Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for DeepTarget's user group webinar for June 2017. I have Robert here with me.
Hello.
Thank you, Robert. And Helen Triplett, Head of Support Implementation. Many of you know Helen very well. So Helen, thank you for being here.
Hey, everybody.
Great. So we're gonna go through a lot of really great stuff today. Again, please chat with us if you have any kind of questions. But we're going to talk about some industry trends up front. We're going to talk about the release that's coming. We got a great set of capabilities. We want a big shout out to our dev team for what they've been doing. It's very impressive. And then we're going to talk about digital marketing. So there's the educational side of this, tips, tricks, and love your feedback. We're doing several R&D projects here at DeepTarget to support you guys. Some of you guys know that. Some of you guys are beta partners of ours in that, but we want to share with everybody what we're doing. And then finally, the big moment is we've got some amazing ad development going on out there. We want to spotlight our ad contest winner and our digital marketing superstar of the month. Be Still My Heart. So, okay, great. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, and Robert and I are going to tag team a little bit on this, is a report, and it's you can see the source down here at the bottom, but this report talks about industry trends going on and the fact that there's so much growth going on still in mobile. In fact, the mobile platform and the desktop. But what you're seeing over here on the right is that actually mobile is beginning to level off a little bit and desktop is holding firm. So what does all this mean? It's online banking is still very relevant, even though mobile has been the new up-and-comer, but it's not in any way, shape, or form going to eliminate OLB. Having a combination of both of those presences is going to be key for you.
Absolutely.
So,
and so how does that translate to how you should spend your advertising dollars? Because mobile usage is going up so much, obviously the advertising dollars spent there also need to increase.
That's right. That's right. And you're actually seeing an equalization in 2016 between the two, where it's been spent in mobile and OLB, and we expect that to continue to level out as well. But the big point is make sure that you're using relevant ads.
Right.
So, we don't want to toot our horn, but that's what DeepTarget's all about. Yep. So, okay, great. And then you've shown this chart many times.
This is a new one, though.
This is an updated one, thank you. And the real point out here is that there's still an overspend, although it's declining. There's an overspend in print still in advertising, and there's plenty of room to catch up in advertising inside of mobile. So again, when you do, it's the relevant ads that are important. So this report is a phenomenal report with all these statistics. I think the presentation deck is somewhere around 200 slides, so it's a great one for you guys to review. Okay, it also has real relevance here inside of how do clicks translate into closed deals, closed sales, as well as views. And so based on this Facebook user survey, they learned that of the clicks that occur, they're saying actually 25% or 1 in 4 clicks actually turns into a closed deal, and shy of 10% of views turn into a closed deal. So that's really interesting metric there. So it's a good report to show how relevant it is to actually get the impressions or views in your system, and certainly the clicks as well. So this is really important for you to see and share with your management team that how important these clicks, views, impressions, and clicks reports are. Right, Robert?
Absolutely. And I think it's interesting too that they really have to do a survey on this because it's hard to collect that concrete data to know exactly what happened.
That's right.
After a click.
That's right. Well, exactly. And of course, inside of DeepTarget, we do collect very specifically the views and clicks, so you can share that very, very well to your team and your management.
Absolutely.
So this is a big move, and you guys, this is a curiosity, and you guys may have seen it, and they spotlighted inside of this presentation as well, that gamification has moved into advertising. And they actually, their study showed that users that went into the ad for the game would spend over 3 minutes playing the game. And so I can see in this situation, this is for Gatorade. And of course, they have a big name in the tennis world. And the team here knows I'm a big tennis player, so I didn't pick this. This is honestly the example they use. But I do like Serena Williams a whole lot. Andre Agassi's my man. But okay, so I'll stop there. But gamification, have you guys thought about adding games to your overall advertising mix? And could you do it inside of ads? And could we do it inside of the new ad technology that we're about to release next quarter, which is HTML5? So if you guys are doing any of that work, if you chat at us through this webinar or let us know, we'd be interested in doing and following up with you on that.
And they spend 196 seconds engaged with that. It's almost like we just look for opportunities to waste time. Is that right?
Well, and that's a great point from a millennial like you, Robert. This is coming, and it's coming strong, and we're going to be seeing it. I'm just curious if you guys are doing it yet, and we're looking at, can we provide this capability? Now, this is an actual game, but what if it were like a Wheel of Fortune, such that if the member customer logged in could finish the word, phrase, what have you, then they get
a prize?
Yeah, something like that. So you got, I'm just thinking out loud. So any comments you guys have would be great. Okay. All right. And then what about this, Robert?
Geolocation. Yeah. So we continue to see that this is very important, and the opportunities are very limitless on what you can do with geolocation. Home Depot tells you right where their store is inside of an ad, so it keeps you from going to Lowe's, right? Because you know right where the store is. Also, are there things we can do so an ad shows up depending on the location you are currently when you're viewing that ad? So there's a lot of good geolocation research going on.
And so our research team, part of our development team, has been looking at this for a while. We have actually done some prototypical work around this because all of you mobile, you guys that have mobile apps out there, most of you guys can turn on mobile tracking so you can find out where your members and customers are at any particular time. So I know we've had some conversations with some of you guys about that. Again, if you're looking into it, if this is a big urgent need, please let us know as well. Okay. All right. And just to finalize it out, so there's another great article from Credit Union Times, and it just talks about it just came out this month. It's sourced down here at the bottom. I'd suggest you guys take a peek at it. But it talks about how to make digital marketing center stage, and it talks a little bit about making sure you have a digital touch point for all of your people that are online engaging. And if you have users visiting your website, or we'll say online banking, mobile banking, make sure that you have very relevant ads as well to generate the interest. That's what we do, so way to go there. And then finally, it really starts with leadership, and it's the vision of the CEO. So your CEO, your board, and so forth have to start thinking about the digital world because of the mobile aspect of all of the consumers today. So helping educate them through your digital marketing efforts will be key. Okay. All right. Great. So let's turn to what can I do to improve our marketing? Well, of course, focus on digital marketing, engage your digital community. And this is another quote from CU Times. Robert, I'll let you.
Yeah, this was one of my favorite quotes from this article. It said that credit unions are struggling to catch up with the way consumers are actually looking for content and looking for products and services. One of the things the article focused on was how IT and marketing need to work together to focus in these digital channels because that's
Right.
where your members
That's right.
are engaging with you.
That's right. And so keeping them in the loop and your IT department's in the loop consistently, constantly will help you. Sometimes I don't want to say it, but IT can be a speed bump in your digital needs out there sometimes. And rightly so. Obviously, security is a huge component, but if you keep them in the loop, then it moves a lot more smoothly. Okay. Fantastic. So let's talk about DeepTarget Q2 release. So currently planned for July 10. It's going to be an amazing day because what's going to happen is you're going to not see this dashboard anymore. You're going to see components of it, and you guys have participated with us on a user group. You've seen this now for a couple, 3 months. We have the final slides of it ready, and this is actually what you're going to see. This is an actual screenshot of our existing new dashboard that will appear magically if you guys come automatically, yeah. I'll say towards the end of the day, July 10th. So coming in on July 11th, this is what you're going to see. So we're very excited about it. This scorecard is the same. This one, your published campaigns by categories is the same. Viewed campaigns last 7 days is the same. However, this, your ad stats dial includes a new additional counter at the bottom, and these are the clicks that have occurred today. So stay tuned for that to be expanded, but we wanted to turn the clicks on so you could start seeing that happening as well. And then these two scorecards are big deals. This is your data freshness. If you hover over it, you'll see how many days old your data is, and it'll change color, yellow or red if it gets too old. Your campaign freshness will tell you, and in this case, I hate to even tell you, but this is a live, this is a real customer, and their campaigns are, look at that, just 29 days old. That's fantastic. So anything under 90 is going to be green, and then 90 to 180 is yellow and red afterwards. And you may choose to keep it that way, but this is an indicator to help you perform. And then finally, your overall performance is the number of users that it takes to get a click. Okay? And so this is the performance number we've been using now this year through our review meetings. Really exciting numbers. And again, as many of you know, we've charted who is our #1 performing credit union or bank in the nation. And
is that foreshadowing?
That may be foreshadowing for later in this presentation. So hold on to your hats. And then finally, this scorecard is great about which campaigns needed attention. And we've got some metrics around that that says, hey, it's too old, and so forth. And you can actually click right on it and go directly into it. And just so you know, there's one other really fantastic thing for us data scientists, analytics, ladies and gentlemen, is you can turn campaigns off from your metrics. And that is inside of your campaign settings. This is a new button here at the bottom of this particular tab. It will be on automatically. So all campaigns are opt-in when you add them, and all that you currently have will be there. But when you turn it off, then they come out of your metrics. So they won't dilute. So if you have a happy holiday, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
And you're not driving clicks, then it will eliminate that from your overall number. So we know a bunch of credit unions have already asked for that, so we're excited about that. Okay, so then let me just show you this real quick. This is the other big deal that's coming out. This is our new management report, and notice it says 1.0 because we're going to continue to improve it. This is the performance review meeting report format that we have been conducting with everyone since the start of the year, which tells you the months we're looking at, the channel, the number of campaigns, the user impressions that happened that month, unique users, and your unique clicks, and your overall performance rating, and your the rating number, and your the rating itself, those leads, along with sales transactions related, and your click-to-close rate. And then we actually also show you all the closures, closed deals that are related to DeepTarget clicks and views.
Per category.
So exactly.
Yeah.
So really excited about this. And this will show up under your report section. It's a monthly management report. It will only look at the last calendar month. So in essence, it'll be static after you do your data loads, and then it will be calendar based. But you can print this out or pull this out. It actually dumps it to you in an Excel spreadsheet format. You can dress it up, put your picture in there, and then carry it off to management and get your raise and so forth from all your great work.
Right.
Okay. So so this is a big deal, Robert.
Oh yeah.
What's going on with this one now?
So we will also be releasing our rotating banners. This will show up in mobile and on the ShareOne Jawala platforms. We're not quite ready for NetTeller yet, but we could use your help if this is something you really want.
But wait, Robert, I thought we released this with Q1. Didn't we release its capability?
Well, we did, but we figured out how to not make it platform dependent.
So you mean our dev team?
So smart.
Reaching out to the platform providers suddenly realized that we could actually do it ourselves. Fantastic. So one more shout out to our dev team. What about that? Hey. So everybody, Robert's going to show you a little demo of our rotating banner capability in a mobile world. So hang on, I'm going to give him. I'm going to give him. You ready?
Wait, yeah.
Oh, I think you just took it.
No, I didn't take it.
Okay. I'm going to blank my screen.
Oh, I asked for it.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me have it.
Let me be more. I'm going to make Robert presenter finally. Here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Robert's going to show you an Access Softtech brief demo on the mobile space. Ready?
No. There's more than one of me.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
System one. There we go.
There we go. Okay. So I have our test Access Softtech app up, and you can see that I'm not logged in right now. But when I do log in, you'll see that when my targeted banners show up here at the top, now they will rotate to the next one automatically, and you'll be able to have control over those, and you can set the time for them, and they'll just rotate through
the stack,
your current member stack, and it's pretty awesome. And if we go in here, and I'm going to show you this. So if you actually go into settings and look at the multiple ad parameter, this is where you can set the number of ads that you would want to include in there, the delay that you would want those ads to rotate through. So you'll have control over how many ads rotate through and
per page.
How many seconds they are per page.
That's right.
Correct.
That's right.
So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And also, just to give you an idea, I'm live here inside of our new dashboard in our test environment. You can see that this is our test environment. So we're not performing very well, unfortunately. There's a lot of testing going on here, but you can see that if you do have ads that are campaigns that need attention, they'll show up here, give you a little idea, like this is dated. You should look at it, and so you're able to just go right here, update that ad. So that's pretty.
That's right, and as you make your updates and modify them, they will drop out of this stack of campaigns needing attention.
Absolutely.
Very good. All right, thank you, Robert.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's keep going. Excellent. So if you guys have questions about this capability, please let us know. We're going to have release notes coming out very soon, and so you'll get some more details on that. And again, by default, you will not have rotation occurring. It'll be something you will need to go in and set. And then when you do set, it's not per campaign. It's credit union or bank wide. So just be aware of that as well. But I think you're going to find that to be really exciting. It's going to up your views, and we're going to tell you why that's important in just a second. So bear with me that we're doing a lot of R&D, and we're doing some projects in here internal to DeepTarget related to analytics and studying the data, and we want to share a little bit of that with you. Okay. So first of all, we've talked about it's very important that you have a consistent message across certainly the channels, all the marketing channels you want to do, but digital, all your digital channels is getting more and more important. And again, big shout out to Central Coast, who was a winner of our ad contest a couple of months ago. Their consistency of message and offer and so forth across all their channels really was driving significant click-through rates and therefore overall value to the credit union. I simply throw in here consistency is key, which is a known topic, but this is my little quote over here on the right. Visibility is 90% of everything, and that certainly applies in digital marketing, doesn't it, Robert?
Absolutely.
And so that's a big key. So let's talk about the science of digital marketing. So many of you, I'm sure, are aware of this, but we're going to go into it in more detail, and it's going to be a part of our campaign framework that we're working, Helen, right, in the implementation? Yeah, say it louder, Helen.
That's right.
Yeah, so she's been key in this from the beginning. So there are 6 components. There may be more in your mind, but from our analysis and research, there's 6 components to a successful digital engagement or ad. And the first one is targeting. The second one is frequency of view or impressions. I'll explain in a second. The timing of that ad, the buying cycles out there, the graphic, the visual, the promotional offer, and the message and the headline. And it is these are in order of priority, honestly. And I'll just say about that is if you target correctly and somebody sees, hey, my credit union has a great great auto loan, or my bank does, I'm going to go there. I don't care what the frequency, the messaging, the picture, the graph. I'm going to go get. I'm on point, right?
If the right person sees the right ad,
right, and they're in the midst of their buying. If you target them with it, they'll go after it. And we're seeing some evidence, a lot of evidence of that actually in the mobile space. So these are the 6. Of course, there's more related to this. Closing the sale is incredibly important in today. Cross-selling. Most all of us are driven by cross-selling. Then measurement and improving that based on the measurement. So that's key as well. So we're going to show you how we've got control, or we're working on all of these aspects. Okay. First of all, in targeting, in DeepTarget, just to remind you, and this is becoming going to become more vivid for you in follow-ups, follow-up webinars and follow-up training and implementations, right, Helen?
That's right.
There you go. Is we have targeting of all users, which is a broad category, if you will. So you could say, well, you're not really targeting. Well, you are actually to some degree because of the content inside of your ads. Then you're going to have category level targets, which are your auto loans, credit cards, and so forth. And then you've got category sub-targets, which would be someone who does not have an auto loan, who is greater than age 25, and so forth. So we believe we have targeting well covered inside of DeepTarget, but we're going to continue to research that. Right, Robert?
Yeah, right. And to that point, you can target very well, and sometimes the frequency is not as important, but frequency of the views and impressions is still very important. Has your target seen your ad enough? Have they seen it too much? You don't want to show it too much. So, research shows that 1 to 3 times is not enough for it to take effect. 4 to 6 times, they're getting the attention. You've gotten their attention. But after 7 views, if they don't click on it, they're probably not interested at this time. So something we're looking at is the potential to de-target them and then come back to them later with a similar offer.
Exactly. And you guys are already seeing this on the internet. Many ads now have an Xbox on it, and they're asking you to let them know you're no longer interested, which is the de-targeting capability. But pay attention to this, because this is another bit of analytics that we should be able to provide you as part of DeepTarget. Is is your customer base getting the enough views to be interested? And are they getting too many that proves they're no longer interested? So really, really interesting dynamic there. And then, of course, timing is the seasonality of buying, and looking back at your history, we'll talk about that. Is my target buying now? Graphic visual, is it noticeable enough to my target? We're going to spend a little bit of details on that, in fact, and we're investing quite a bit in our graphic capability. And yeah. Helen, how many new ads do we have coming out? I think we have over 150 new ad formats that will be a part of our product here in Q3. And they are really going to be impressive, and a lot more people and diversity will be a part of that incidentally. And then fifth is your promotional offer. Is it compelling enough to my target to act? If the first four have not been enough, how about my offer? And this is big in millennials, right, Robert?
Yeah.
What excites you as a millennial when you see an ad?
Free stuff.
Free stuff. Yeah. See how you didn't even hesitate? Okay. And then finally, the messaging. So again, all of it together makes for an amazing engagement. But if you don't do it all, at least do the first few very well. Okay. All right. So what we also have determined in our research is the order of importance. So I just want to, this chart just says here, if you're not targeting, you're not being as effective as you could be. And literally 70% of the responses are driven by targeting, and the other 30% is spread amongst frequency, timing, promotion, graphic, title. Case in point, like we just had, is if I'm a millennial and I need an auto loan today because my card is down, and I see an ad that says my credit union has a great auto loan rate, I'm going to click right on my first view. So nothing else mattered. If you've got some convincing to do, then you've got the others components that to work on. Okay. All right. So back to the science and the art. So the science part of it is targeting and frequency that we're working on here at DeepTarget. The art is what you guys do, because this is up to you. We're gonna give you all sorts of ideas, but every single credit union bank has your own demographic, has your own buying cycles, has your own region of the world, right, Helen? That's Helen right. Continues to remind me. Yes. Regionally is location matters. And so that's a part of your art to understand how to do that. And I mentioned to you the data profile. No, I didn't. Did I mention the data profile? Oops, I'm going to mention that again. I did last webinar. And it's all around a generational approach of targeting, which our studies have shown that generations think alike and act alike and want to be engaged in particular ways. Right, Robert?
That's absolutely right. And we're going to look at how some of that targeting happens. You know, a particular generation will understand a message differently.
Correct.
You know,
That's right.
I don't think the same way
exactly
this old guy sitting next to me thinks.
Exactly.
Right.
And incidentally, so all of those ads I just described that Helen validated are going to have people in them based on generation as well. So we'll be showing those, spotlighting those in next month's webinar. Okay. However, what's happened is you guys have said, hey, okay, you guys help me with targeting really well, and we get all this, but what are the campaigns we should be running right now? So we are going, we've got an R&D and effort going on that, because we can look at all of your campaigns, all 200 plus credit unions and banks, running anywhere from 5 to 35 campaigns with different ads. We can actually say at a moment's notice which auto loan is outperforming every other auto loan amongst our customer base, and that's valuable. So we've talked to several of you guys about that, and you want to know that. So we're proceeding cautiously on that, but maybe we can share the aspects of it, if not the ad, but the aspects of the ads that are best performing nationwide right now. Okay, so again, comments on that would be great. We'd love your thoughts. All right, so we talked about, just back here, generational approach. we have also determined and shared with some of you guys, some of our beta customers, that we can help you create your generational profile. I know many of you can do it, but we're also looking at expanding some reporting inside of DeepTarget to include this. So Gen Zs, which are 18 or 19 years old and less right now, we can actually give you the mix across all of your customers, those that are OLV clients and those that are mobile, so you can get an idea of who's the largest segment of your demographic. And if you know that, then it can help you in your targeting, make you think about it. We're not telling you exactly how to target, but this is information that if you don't have it, can be very helpful to you, especially if you can take that and then apply your products or services across each generation. And then once you do that, you can, this is a bottoms-up approach, look at who is the least generation inside of each of your products that you should target. And so stay tuned on this. We're finding all sorts of different ways to help you target, both show you as a spreadsheet, if you will, giving you the numbers and then showing you graphically what's going on and where, and this helps educate your upper management why you're suggesting you need promotions in this area to drive new sales or cross sales. And so we're very excited about this capability as well. Okay, so stay tuned on that and we'll show you more about it. All right, so those of you out there who are artistically inclined, this is a big article here. And I noticed I don't have it sourced, but I'm going to have this source for you. And this is a pretty extensive article that says the one secret to all great advertising finally revealed. And it's talking about something called the unexpected visual. Okay?
Yeah.
The millennials like that.
Right, grabs my attention.
Exactly.
And I'm like, why is he throwing a grenade in here?
So if you, these two ads, I pulled them out. These were spotlighted in the article, and yes, Pete Sampras is a tennis player, and so am I, by the way. I don't know if you remember that.
You're a tennis player?
Yeah. And this was the reason it's spotlighted here in this article is that it was groundbreaking in 1995 because it actually had no text. But the world knew that Pete Sampras had a serve that was explosive, right? Helen, remember that?
I remember that.
Oh, man. And so making the tennis ball a grenade was very, very, so this was when Nike had just introduced the swoosh, and this put them really on the map in 95. This ad was another big winner, and because you can't see it, and you'll see it when you get this copy, but I'll ask you, Robert. I can't ask Robert. Helen, what is being advertised here with this shoe and these shoe laces in that?
It looks like stinky feet.
That's exactly what it is, and it was also groundbreaking. This is actually foot deodorant spray down here, but for all you artistically minded people, this is really cool. Well, hey, you may remember that last month, Mutual was actually our ad winner, and hats off to the digital team there for creating these ads, which were very, very compelling.
I know, it really is the unexpected visual because she's not driving a car and she needs a car.
That's right. That's right. It's very simple, but it's very eye-catching. And for me, who has always wanted to be an astronaut, this was very telling as well. So think about your graphics as being a part of it. Okay, so I just want to point out that this article also says that the mistake most civilians make about advertising is they think it's a writing profession. So it's more about the graphics. So it's an interesting perspective. Okay, all right. How do you visualize your digital marketing campaign? So this is the last R&D project that I'll talk about today. And how are you digitally touching your members and your customers? So what we've done in DeepTarget today, up until today, is how do you know your campaign mix across both OLV and mobile? So you get a rendition of it here. We don't do a lot to expand it here, but you're beginning to get more campaign insight here, here, and here, and certainly here and here. So 5 of our scorecards talk about campaigns, but still I don't have a full-on understanding of my overall active campaign framework. Okay, this is where we are headed, and we're working with Helen and the implementation team deeply into all of our campaigns. And as I described earlier, those campaign targeting, we have all user campaigns over here on the left. These top 2 segments are all user. We have category targeted by rule, and we have subcategory targeted by rule. So many of you will look at this and go, well, we're already doing this today. We get this. But you may not have seen it laid out in this framework. And why is it important? Because what if you could turn on those campaigns that are active today, and you could see more individually. And again, we have a campaign category report. We're just trying to consolidate it and make a more informative environment for your campaign activities. And so just let that kind of sink in a little bit. We're going to continue to expand on it. But I think it might give you a really positive framework for understanding your targeting and your overall campaign mix. Okay, so all comments welcome there. All right, so finally, how do I target those generations? For those things like we talked about with Robert earlier, we've provided some tips that is also sourced from documents, and you guys may have some more, and we're going to be getting you more, is how do I market to millennials? And we actually had, I've had several of our customers ask me this specifically recently, and this is the start of that. So millennials love rewards and loyalty programs, right?
Yeah, I think it's not as much about that we're loyal, but if you show me that if I do this and this with you, I'm going to get this back from you.
Right.
So it's loyalty program may not be the best word, but
right.
I guess reward program is the way we think.
Exactly. And use reviews, they report that majority of them want to hear from people they trust. So this is that Facebook influence, that social media influence as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. And then Generation X loves coupons. I'm not Generation X, but I do utilize coupons, and I do like an important cause like Tom's shoes. So again, there's some overlap from generations, but for the majority, they do think a lot alike. And then finally, baby boomers. So I'll admit it, I'm a boomer, and I do have brand loyalty. I do like cash back, and I'm not that big on plot twists, skipping the discounts. But in any case, so again, we're going to keep helping you guys do that. This is also an article on the timing of your promotions, so more details on that. Make sure you look at the history. You can remember in DeepTarget, the start and end date aren't yesterday and today. You can go look back a year. And what else has our dev team done about that? We used to only capture data 12 months ago, but now we're going to start capturing it for all of our customers 2 years prior. So you can get a year-over-year view. So be prepared for that capability as you guys look back quarter over quarter and start studying your trends and what worked and didn't work, okay? All right, and be sure to check out how to modify your ads and our YouTube videos to do work on them. And following out, this is the big moment where we constantly remind you you've got to follow up on your leads, and make sure you go to campaign category report, go down to the clicks that have occurred, and export that data. Robert, how many people find that exciting?
I think everybody.
That's right.
Especially the CFO.
That's right.
Yeah.
And carry that off to your lending department. Best practices are once a week. Do a 7-day look back and output your leads and carrying them over.
And I think a point to this, because what's really important is that when someone clicks on an ad, they understand that that is captured. And then when you're following up with those members who have clicked or customers who have clicked on an ad, you're doing it in a helpful, informative,
That's right.
how can I help you kind of way.
Yes.
And we find from our customers that this is appreciated and something to be encouraged. So don't be afraid to call somebody who clicked on an ad.
Exactly. Great. Fantastic. And do it on a weekly basis, if not sooner, as well. And your lending lending officers will love you for that. Okay. Fantastic. Just wrapping up. We had all this capability we talked about, and now we get to talk about our ad contest winner and our digital marketing superstar of the month. So, I forgot to tell you, we do have the overall performance rating. So remember that. Notice this. This was 2 months ago. We reported how our customers are all performing, outstanding, excellent, good, and so forth. As of June, our new report is that 49% of you guys are in the outstanding category. So this movement in the past 2 months, it's been phenomenal. Awesome. So you guys are doing a great job out there. Woo! Way to go, way to go. All right, so now we're going to turn to our ad winner of the month, and our ad winner of the month is Coast Hills Credit Union. Check this ad out. Oh my gosh. So Andrea Hoffman and her team have this ad both running on their online banking and their mobile, and it's about Coast Hills. The bill, the purchase you make in May could be on the house, and a great credit card offer. And look at that, 221 unique clicks in 1 month. And when I got all excited talking with Andrea about it, she told us that they had run this previously back earlier this year and actually had even wilder results. But she has pretty much the top performing ad in the country for us right now, and she was gracious enough. Can I get another round of applause?
Yeah.
So way to go, Andrea and her team. That's right, and a plaque will be whisking its way to your office here next week. Okay, so the moment that we've been waiting for is the digital marketing superstar of the month, and that is America's CU, David Hughes and his team. Oh my gosh. What kind of numbers is America's CU's getting there? Well, you're not going to believe this, but they're mobile only, 16 campaigns, over 750,000 views, 10,000 unique users logged in last month, and over 1,100 total clicks. That means every 9 users, they get a click, which is crazy outstanding. Crazy outstanding. And Robert, what else does that mean about
Guess
them?
what? You've all been waiting for this.
What?
This is our #1 performing customer
in the nation, America's CU. Let's hear it. Wow, are you kidding me?
It's amazing.
So unbelievable.
They're actually our top performing customer in the world.
That's right. That's right. Worldwide.
Yeah,
I'm glad you pointed that out, Robert. So congratulations to David Hughes and his team. David couldn't be here. He's on vacation, but he was so thrilled to accept this award, and their plaque will be whisking off to them next week as well. So you guys, thank you so much for participating this morning. I hope it was valuable to you. I'm pleased to have Helen and Robert with me.
Yeah.
And lots of fun. You guys are great, and we're so excited to help you be more and more successful. Reach out to us and do so continuously, okay? So with that, I'm going to sign us off, and you guys have a great 4th of July. Thank you, guys.